Welcome back to part 2. I thought that I could do this in one video, but I just can't, guys. I've been out, I've went and got a glass of water, I went and got something to eat, I've had a little bit of sugar just to kind of give me a little bit of energy. My mouth was getting super dry filming the first video, so we're back, we're ready, let's do this. Okay, where were we? The next book that I have not read is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. This is the first book, I believe. This is the inscription. From Cameron to Charlotte 2020. So Cameron got me this book for my Christmas last year because he knows how much I loved reading the Da Vinci Code. I need to do a whole separate video about the Da Vinci Code because that was one of the most exciting book reading experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I absolutely loved the Da Vinci Code. And then I thought, wouldn't it be really smart to go watch the movie afterwards? Tom, I love you, but that was terrible. It was such an awful movie. I absolutely hated it. It sucked. The only thing about it that was actually redeemable was the score, and that's it. I didn't like anything else about it at all. It wasn't good. It was boring. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't feel excited when I was watching it as much as I was when I was reading the book. I'm trying to block that out and just enjoy the fact that I read the book first. So that was a wise move for me to make. This is the first book in the Robert Langdon novels. So on the back it reads as such. The CERN Institute in Switzerland, a world-renowned scientist is found brutally murdered with a mysterious symbol seared onto his chest. So already it kind of sounds like it's going to be like the Da Vinci Code, because that's how the Da Vinci Code starts, with the museum curator in France is found dead with a symbol across his chest. But that's all I'm going to tell you about the Da Vinci Code. If you want to know the rest, go read the book. Do not watch the movie. Don't do it. In a breathtaking race against time, Harvard professor Robert Langdon must decipher a labyrinth trail of ancient symbols if he is to defeat those responsible, the Illuminati. A secret brotherhood presumed extinct for nearly 400 years, reborn to continue their deadly vendetta against their most hated enemy, the Catholic Church. I mean, it just sounds really exciting. I see the word Illuminati and I'm just like, pardon me. I'm instantly hooked. So yes, I got that last Christmas. It's December 1st. I've had this book a year and I've never read it. Slap the wrist for me. Guys, this pile of books is ridiculous. When my mum and dad see this video, they're going to be like, right, we need to have a talk. Okay, so the next book is Six of Crows. I'm not even going to bother trying to describe what this book's about. I got it for my birthday from my mum, and I know it's part of a series called the Grishaverse. Which is also this book. This is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and this is actually a Netflix series, but this is the book. It was a book first, and I believe these two are connected in some way. I'm not 100% sure, but they are on the to be read list. Next we sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh god, please don't be dented. Please don't be dented. It happened. They fell down. I'm going to start a new pill. Okay, I started a new pill, guys. Sorry. Okay, so where was I? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh! Yeah, Shadow and Bone. Haven't read it, but I will. I promise. Next. Next, we have The Secret Garden. I picked this up because the cover was pretty, and it looks like it's been stitched on the inside and outside. Don't know what it's about, but I've heard it's a classic for children's books. Next, we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have never read a Harry Potter book in my life. I've never owned a Harry Potter book that wasn't just kind of passed down from family members or that were left here from visitors, but I've never read Harry Potter in my life. And when I told people that I used to work with this fact, they were genuinely shocked. They were like, how come you've read like everything else but not Harry Potter? And honestly, it's just because it's something that I was never really interested in while I was growing up. I had a lot of friends that were interested in it, people that had been to Orlando or to London to kind of visit all the Harry Potter stuff. Me and my family just kind of weren't into it as much as other people in family. So Ailey convinced me to pick this book up when we were in Waterstones, and I remember The Prisoner of Azkaban, which, side note, I actually watched today. It was on TV. I watched it while I was doing a bit of housework this morning. I think it's my favourite book. It's my favourite film out of the franchise, so I thought I'd better just start off with the one that was my favourite. So I haven't read any Harry Potter books. I haven't read any of this, so I'm going to give this one a read. I am excited. Oh, we're nearly there. We're almost there, guys. Okay, next we have The Neverending Story by Michael Endy. And this is obviously Neverending Story. If you've seen the movie, you'll know exactly what it's about. This book was bought in 2020 because I've written up here, and I remember going to buy this book, and I'm embarrassed because it was back in like May of 2020 or something like that. Oh wait, there's actually a bookmark in here, so I have started to read this book. But yeah, this is a story about a young boy called, in case anyone hasn't seen the film, I'm just assuming. The story is about a young boy called Bastian who is dealing with the death of his mother, although that doesn't really come into play in the film as much, but that's just kind of where the film starts. It's about a boy and his dad trying to deal with the death of the mother, and the little boy gets picked on at school, but his only companionship is in books that he reads. And one day while he's going to school, he gets chased by this group of bullies from his school, and he hides in a bookstore, and the bookshop guy librarian is just like, don't touch this book. So obviously he's like, I'm going to take this book. I'm not only going to touch it, I'm actually going to steal it from you. So he steals this book that is called The Neverending Story, and the book that he reads, we see it played out on the screen, and it's about another young boy called Atreyu, who is a warrior who has been asked by like the council of this world called Fantasia to go forth into the dark and to look for this thing that is coming to destroy the world called the Nothing, which basically ends the entire world. So it's basically about a trio, that's the name of the boy, and Bastian, you know, trying to become their inner heroes or something like that. So I loved the film growing up, and it was one of my favourite songs as well. Y'all know the song, and the soundtrack's good as well, so I thought I would give the book a chance. The only thing I know about the book that's slightly different is that the world isn't called Fantasia, it's called Fantastica. So that's interesting. I think we're almost there, guys. My throat hurts. I might as well just hold these two up. They look like they've been read, but they haven't. I got these on eBay for like £1, and these are the novellas that were written for the Mummy movies, and I just needed them because I love the Mummy movies. So I've actually read half of the first one, haven't read any of the second one, but these are written by someone called Max Allan Collins, and it's basically just like book versions of the films. So I'm, you know, gonna read these one day when I'm back in my kind of obsession with the Mummy phase, because it comes and goes for me. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, but right now it's not there. So hopefully the spark will come from somewhere, and I'll just be like, I have to immerse myself in the world of the Mummy again, and that's why I will be reading these books. Oh my god, last book. The last book is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is a book that I saw in Waterstones, obviously. Please, Waterstones, sponsor me. Most of my wage goes into your tills. Please sponsor one of my videos. I picked this up when I was out with my friend Paul. We went for lunch, and then I was like, do you mind if we're going to Waterstones? He was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And we went upstairs to the top floor in Argyle Street, and I saw this book, and it has such beautiful illustrations, and it just feels nice to hold in my hand. So I thought, I do want to read this story. I've heard it's really, really good, and a lot of young children in like America read it in school. So I thought, well, I want to read it, but I want a really pretty edition to go with it. So that's why I picked up this one, because it's, you know, it's nice to hold. It's quite chunky, and it has photographs in it. Boom! Oh my god, you guys, we're at the end. We are finished. Part 2 is done. Oh, I can't believe I have that many books to read. So I'm going to try and read all of these books in a week. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm exhausted. My arms hurt. My arms are actually in pain. I also have this Gilmore Girls book, but this doesn't really count because I've read like lots of little bits of it, and it's just like a behind the scenes book. Other than that, everybody, I think I can safely say I've come to the end of my video. I want to thank everyone for sitting here for the last, however long this video lasts. However long these 2 videos have lasted. This is part 2. There is a part 1. I'll leave the link to that downstairs. I'm sitting here amongst all of the books that I haven't read, and I'm super embarrassed. I do need to stop buying so many books. I do need to read the ones that I have. And you know what? This has actually been like therapy for me, because reading out the blurbs of these books reminded me what the story was about, and reminded me why I have bought them. So yeah. I'm going to check in again a year from now. So December 1st, 2022, I'm going to do a check-in. We're going to come back, and I'm going to see how many of these books I've actually read. So I will see you all in a year from now for this video, but I'm hoping to do more book videos because this was actually really fun. This is Drums of Autumn, by the way. This is the Outlander book that I'm currently reading. So this is based on season 4. thank you so much everyone for coming online and watching this video. And if there are any books in this book video or in the last video that you have read, comment down below, spoiler free, and tell me whether you like them or not and whether they are worth the time. So thank you again so much. I'm so glad to be back, and I hope to be back more over the Christmas holidays and into the new year to do more videos. My cheeks are turning red because of how warm I am, but I'm going to wrap this up now. I've taken far too long to say goodbye. But you can follow me on Instagram at This Is Charlotte, and my Facebook and Twitter, which is also This Is Charlotte. I will leave links to those social media pages down below. Have a great and safe day. Don't forget to wear a mask, wash your hands, and just be a nice person. Just be a good person. That's my advice. Bye everyone. Thank you. Mwah.